The introduction to the topic, Second Arab Siege of Constantinople, The Walls Hold, sets the stage for understanding the historical context and significance of this major event that occurred between 717 and 718 AD. This was a pivotal moment during which the Umayyad Caliphate launched a massive siege against the Byzantine capital of Constantinople. Defining this context provides insight into the strategic importance of Constantinople as a key stronghold in both religious and military terms, marking the boundary between Christian Byzantium and the expanding Islamic Caliphate. The Second Arab Siege is significant because it was a critical defense that preserved Byzantine power and influenced the course of European history. By successfully repelling the siege, the Byzantine Empire safeguarded its existence for several more centuries, preventing the spread of the Umayyad Caliphate further into Europe. The resilience of the city's fortifications, along with the strategic military brilliance of the Byzantine forces, underscored the importance of Constantinople as a bastion of Christian Europe against Islamic expansion. Real-world applications of this context include the study of military strategy and the engineering of defensive structures. The massive Theodosian Walls of Constantinople are an example of advanced military architecture, protecting the city from landward and seaward assaults. Another example is the use of Greek fire, a formidable incendiary weapon employed effectively by the Byzantines to repel naval attacks, demonstrating the technological adeptness pivotal to the city's defense. Opinions supporting the importance of this siege underscore its role in shaping European history. Historians often highlight the strategic acumen of Emperor Leo III and the strategic application of classical military tactics. Additionally, the event is considered one of the pivotal clashes that maintained a Christian Europe, influencing religious and cultural developments for centuries. However, challenges and alternative viewpoints exist. Some historians debate the long-term impact of the siege on Islamic expansion, suggesting that its significance has been overstated and that the Umayyad focus would have eventually shifted eastward regardless. Another viewpoint considers the impact on Islamic strategy and the eventual shift in focus towards conquests in North Africa and Asia. This point connects to the broader theme by illustrating how the fall or survival of key cities can dictate the flow of cultural and military influence. The successful defense of Constantinople not only safeguarded the Byzantine Empire, but also established a legacy of fortification and tactical resistance that influenced future generations. It underscores the theme of enduring legacy through the interplay of strategic foresight and engineering prowess. The background of Byzantine-Arab conflicts refers to the historical tensions and military confrontations between the Byzantine Empire and the Arab caliphates that had emerged following the rapid expansion of Islamic power in the 7th and 8th centuries. This backdrop is crucial to comprehending the Second Arab Siege of Constantinople, as it contextualizes the sustained struggle for regional dominance and religious influence during this period. The conflicts were rooted in both territorial ambitions and the clash of Christian Byzantine and Muslim Arab cultural and religious ideologies, which defined much of the Mediterranean geopolitical landscape. The significance of understanding this background is paramount when analyzing the Second Arab Siege. These confrontations were not isolated events. Rather, they were part of an ongoing series of campaigns by the Arabs to expand their territories and encroach upon Byzantine lands. The persistent threat from the Arabs made it imperative for the Byzantines to strengthen their defenses, leading to innovations in military strategy and enhancements to the formidable walls of Constantinople, barriers that played a decisive role during the siege. Two notable examples that illuminate these conflicts are the Battle of Yarmouk in 636 and the First Arab Siege of Constantinople from 674 to 678. The Battle of Yarmouk marked a significant defeat for the Byzantines, leading to the loss of Syria and changing the balance of power in the region. The First Arab Siege, on the other hand, highlighted the resilience of the Byzantines, as they successfully repelled Arab forces, thanks largely to their well-fortified defenses and the strategic use of Greek fire, an incendiary weapon that was crucial in naval battles. Opinions on this subject often laud the Byzantines' defensive ingenuity, particularly the strategic value of the Theodosian Walls and the Byzantine Navy's use of Greek fire. These elements not only protected Constantinople, but also preserved Byzantine sovereignty, allowing them to withstand external pressures and political unrest from within. However, potential challenges lie in acknowledging the diverse perspectives on these conflicts. While Byzantine narratives focus on defense and survival, Arab sources may emphasize the expansion and spread of Islam. These differing viewpoints underscore the complex, multifaceted nature of these historical confrontations. In essence, the background of the Byzantine-Arab conflicts heavily influences the understanding of why the Second Arab Siege of Constantinople was a defining moment. It underscores the critical importance of military preparedness and adaptability, illustrating how past experiences informed strategic decisions, ultimately ensuring the walls of Constantinople held firm against formidable adversaries. This interplay of military, political, and cultural elements enriches the narrative of Byzantine resilience and highlights the historical significance of this enduring legacy. The strategic importance of Constantinople during the Second Arab Siege cannot be overstated. Constantinople, the capital of the Byzantine Empire, was not only a political and religious epicenter, but also a commercial and military linchpin. Its location served as a crucial gateway between Europe and Asia, dominating the land and sea routes that connected the two continents. Control of Constantinople meant commanding a key juncture for trade and military expeditions, making it a highly desirable asset for any empire. In the context of the Second Arab Siege, the strategic value of Constantinople was paramount. The city's formidable defensive walls, particularly the Theodosian Walls, allowed the Byzantine Empire to withstand prolonged sieges. These walls were revolutionary in design, consisting of double layers of stone and towers that provided a formidable barrier against invaders. Thus, they played a critical factor in the city's ability to hold against the Arabs between 717 and 718 CE. Historically, the significance of Constantinople's strategic position can be exemplified in its ability to influence trade. By controlling this city, the Byzantines controlled the Silk Road's terminus in Europe, making it an indispensable hub for commerce. Additionally, its strategic importance was demonstrated during the siege when the Byzantines utilized Greek fire, a liquid fire weapon, effectively defending their naval supremacy. This innovation highlighted how the control of key geographic locations could provide the means to develop groundbreaking military technologies. Support for Constantinople's strategic significance is echoed by historians who argue that the city's location and defenses were crucial in maintaining the Byzantine Empire's longevity amidst numerous threats. However, some may argue that the heavy reliance on such fortifications made the Byzantines complacent, potentially slowing down their adaptation to other military advancements of the period. Controversies surrounding the city's strategic importance often arise in discussions of imperialism and control, with some viewing the desire to capture Constantinople as a symbol of empire-building aggression, while others see it as a necessary move for any power-seeking regional control. The strategic significance of Constantinople during the siege is also linked to broader implications on the balance of power between Islamic caliphates and Christian empires in the region. The ability of the walls to hold against the siege prevented a potential domino effect that could have led to further Islamic expansion into Europe, reshaping the historical narrative significantly. In conclusion, The strategic importance of Constantinople during the Second Arab Siege of 717 to 718 was a central element that not only defined the outcome of that particular conflict, but also influenced broader geopolitical dynamics in the medieval world. The Second Arab Siege of Constantinople, the Walls Hold, highlights the critical role of Byzantine defenses and leadership in overcoming a formidable challenge. The Byzantine defenses refer primarily to the renowned Theodosian Walls, a series of formidable fortifications that encircled the city of Constantinople, complemented by a strong chain across the Golden Horn and a fleet equipped with Greek fire, an early incendiary weapon. Leadership encompasses the strategic and decisive actions taken by the Byzantine Emperor Leo III and his commanders during this crucial period. The significance of Byzantine defenses and leadership is profound. The successful defense against the Arab forces in 717 to 718 CE not only secured the survival of the Byzantine Empire, but also prevented the further spread of Islamic conquest into Europe at that time. This victory underscored the resilience and strategic acumen of the Byzantine state, preserving the Christian stronghold in the east and maintaining the cultural and political continuity of the Byzantine Empire for centuries. One illustrative example is the strategic use of Greek fire, an incendiary weapon that wrought havoc on the besieging Arab navy, ultimately contributing to the lifting of the siege. Another example is the effective leadership and diplomacy of Emperor Leo III, who negotiated alliances with the Bulgarians to disrupt Arab supply lines and provide reinforcements, showcasing his adeptness in both military and diplomatic spheres. Support for the importance of these defenses and leadership can be seen in historical assessments that credit the Byzantine victory as a pivotal moment in European history, ensuring the continued legacy of Byzantine influence. However, some challenges and controversies include debates over the exact composition and operation of Greek fire, with details shrouded in secrecy and mystery, leading to speculative theories. Moreover, the resilience of the Theodosian Walls and the strategic genius of Leo III are sometimes contrasted with the notion that the Arab forces faced significant logistical and environmental challenges, such as severe winter conditions and inadequate supplies, which contributed to their failure as much as Byzantine actions did. This point on Byzantine defenses and leadership interconnects with other aspects of the siege, such as the role of religious motivation and the broader geopolitical dynamics of the time. The victory not only reinforced Byzantine political stability, but also solidified Constantinople's reputation as an impregnable bastion, and Leo III's position, allowing for subsequent religious and administrative reforms that would shape the empire's future. Such a multifaceted success story highlights how effective defense and leadership can alter the course of history.